Welcome back. We are going to continue with Root Film. I'm assuming this is either the last chapter or there's going to be one more in that little blank spot down there after this one. But we'll see. So, Yagumo, Part 5. Let's do it. Yagumo Part 5, Prologue. Do-do-do-do. Okay.
Hi, puppies.
Now then, star actress, how about one last line to pull the curtains on this? Again? A great actress wouldn't complain there. Fine. And so we put the capricious hall behind us, but we were unaware of the next case that awaited us. What was that throw? It's like, you know, to be continued next week. Yes, yes. The screen before his eyes shows nothing but white static of the sound of the reel rolling back rings through the room. Sayama slowly reaches for the projector and switches off. With this, the lighting in the room goes out, leaving only a dim darkness. And it seems that's the end. With that whisper, he thinks he can make out the faint sound of Sayama stirring, after which the room's lights blink back on. Sayama pretends to squint from the bright light, taking the chance to wipe off the moisture from his face. After waiting for Yagumo to take a few breaths, Sayama speaks to him somberly. Well, what? Well, it looks like 2 films you brought in were, without a doubt, pilot films from the project 10 years ago. Wait. That's his sister. Now I'm confused and curious. This is what you've been looking for the whole time, isn't it? What do you think then? You satisfied? Am I satisfied, huh? I didn't really look for these satisfaction. Oh, in which case, why were you so desperate to find them? From what I've seen, they're pretty run-of-the-mill mystery dramas. I didn't find anything in that film that would get it suspended, so there has to be some kind of other reason you're obsessed with it. But I don't think this is something worth going out of your way to find. No, this has value on its own. At least to me it does. And what? It seems like Sayama might ask him what value that is, but Yagumo shakes him off and gets to his feet. Thank you for letting me use the projection room. Hey, Yagumo. What is it? You said something this didn't leave you satisfied. You said seeing this doesn't leave you satisfied, but you're whole with this, right? In that case, you should forget about it all. You should forget about all this. You should focus on your own project now. This is your big chance to make a splash out there. I appreciate your advice, but I can't forget about this. Emma says this with a stiff, almost mechanical voice and leaves the room. FBI and Sayama stares at the door Yagumo went through with a bitter expression. I want to know more. Tell me more. Yagumo switches on his PC and checks his mailbox. Just one unread mail from Sakuya. Tonight, from Sakuya. Dear brother, don't forget we're having dinner tonight at 6:30 in Bel Air, a restaurant in Matsue. Alright, we're supposed to have dinner together tonight. I can't forget about that. Yagumo checks his watch, confirming he still has some time, and then clicks the refresh button on his mailbox a few times. After refreshing a few times, he confirms there were no new emails. No mails from any shamans today, huh? After returning from the capricious hall, he had been checking it every day, but ever since, he stopped getting mails from Yugensai Kumashiro. I guess Yugo really was one of the ones sending those mails under Yugensai Kumashiro's name. But Yagumo opens his inbox and types Kumashiro into the search bar. All the emails Yugensai Kumashiro sent him so far show up on screen. We've read all these. There it is, the letter alluding to the events of 10 years ago. You couldn't know about being after the pilot films from 10 years ago. That means whoever wrote this mail was someone other than him that knew about it and tried to draw me out. Yagumo stays as he did for the moment, lost in thought, but realizing thinking would get him nowhere, Yagumo heaves a sigh and closes the mail. Yagumo got me involved in that incident and tried to pin the crime on me. Assuming he needed to have me make contact with Sakurai, it wouldn't be unnatural to assume he sent that mail. If you came up with the trick surrounding Sakurai's body, it would make sense that he wrote this mail, I suppose. Besides, this was all in preparation toward me being lured into Capricious Hall. This was the first introduction I was mailed to lure me to Capricious Hall. In other words, it makes sense Hugo wrote this. He was waiting for me at the Capricious Hall after all. Then he has a deep sigh and looks up to the ceiling. It's all jumbled up. It's like Hugo wrote some of the mails and someone else wrote the rest. Yeah, I guess it wasn't just Hugo that sent them after all, so I should assume there were two people that sent me emails under Kumishiro's name. Yagumo gulps down some cold water from his personal mug, placing a hand on his chest as he waited for his heightened pulse to go down. Those films, I knew it. That wasn't what I was looking for this whole time. That was what I've been looking for this whole time. Yagumo closes his eyes and looks up. Memories that had been sealed in his heart 10 years ago are beginning to stir again. Something about his sister. Hey, how's work going? Yagumo enters the room and calls out to her. Magari replies while moving the mouse busily without looking up from the monitor. Man, the end is finally on the horizon. There's over 50 hours worth of data here after all. Well, we kept the camera rolling the entire time while scooping out locations. It would add up to that much. For now, I divided it into material that's good for location scouting and material for the bonus footage. Got about 70 minutes in there. Sounds good. Sounds about right. Keep up the good work. Roger that, Chief. Oh, and... is it really alright if I scrub all the scenes for, like, the real deal murder scenes out of the data? Oh. Yeah, of course, we don't want other people to see that, and we don't want any reminder of that either. We only took those to help solve the cases to begin with. Once the cases are closed, we don't need them anymore. Right, that's good then. Knowing you, I was worried you might tell me to keep it in since it will make for good material. I'm not that nasty, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't make me out to be that way. Not like anything you've said or done so far is very indicative of a good taste. That's rude. But hey, don't worry. Just the thought of having actual footage from a murder scene on my hard drive gives me the willies. Oh, I guess that's just some common sense right there. Anyway, I should have this finished over the night, and I'll upload it to the server once I'm done. I made 2 folders for the master data and the data I extracted to stay on the safe side. Erase the master folder after you see everything's fine. I mean, I can't erase it on my own. Right, got it. I know it's a lot of work, but give it one more push. Sure thing. Magari nods in what looks like a salute without turning her eyes off the monitor, and Yagumo leaves the editing room. My back hurts. I pulled my back stretching yesterday. It hurts. Leave it to me to do that. Yagumo meets Izagami for the first time since the incident in Yunotsu with a stiff expression. Izagami enters the room slightly later than planned and takes a seat on the reception room sofa with an exaggerated gesture. Oh, Maxie! This time I'm really in a panic. It all ended well because you caught the culprit before the press caught wind of it, but this time it was just a little too poppin' for my tastes. My apologies. I imagine having a false charge pressed on me must have looked me really panicked. Well, I suppose I can't blame you. An inquiry from the police came in, and let me tell you, it was hell. Some of the execs even mentioned suspending the project. Though I did manage to use my authority to stop that from happening. No, really, I can't thank you for all your help with this project, Izagami. Don't mention it. If you can pay me back for it with a good work, I've always had a good opinion of you, Maxie. So, how's the writing going? If you don't get started on it soon, we won't have time to order a scenario writer. I had the main concept down. I've got a good location scouted out, so I figured I'd go there to focus on work for a while. I see. So that's good. Then, because I think I almost found a writer that'll work well with you. That's good then, because I think I almost found a writer that'll work well with you. Try to get along with them too. I hope you two can come up with good pop and scenario together. Just not in caps. I will. I'll do my best not to cause you any more trouble. I'm counting on you. Yagumo bows one more time and walks away from Izagami. I'm really tired today. My back hurts. I can promise nothing. It's almost time for me to go meet Sakuya. Is it his sister? Is it not? Is it a different sister? Is it his mom that died? Director! Hitoha is standing in front of the restaurant. Her face lights up upon seeing Yagumo, and she raises her hand to wave towards him. Seeing her like that, Yagumo feels like he just met up with his date. This feels nice. Yagumo jogs over there, feeling his heart beat a bit faster than it should. Wait, your sister- wait! Okay. What? Sorry I kept you waiting. You could have waited inside. Oh no, we finally get to meet up, so I wanted to go in with you. Okay, alright. Thank God, I was really, like, not gonna- I was like, wait a minute. Your sister and the others are already inside. I saw them earlier, so I already told them hello. Right, let's hurry on in. Yes. Okay, so it's not the same person. So maybe that was their mom? Was, like, Riho their mom? But she seems so young. I don't think that could be other sister. Oh, Rintaro! Here, over here! A familiar voice calls out to him from a table by the window. Her voice echoed through the quiet restaurant, feeling everyone gaze fixed on me. Yagumo hurries over to the table. Don't shout, doofus. Sorry. Oh, let me introduce you. This is Yamagishi, the director I've been working with. Kentaro Yamagishi, a pleasure. Hello, Rintaro, Yagumo. Seeing Yamagishi composedly extended hand toward him, Yagumo hurried, fixes his posture, and shakes his hand. Kentaro Yamagishi. He was one of his project's 3 directors, along with Max Yagumo and Izuya Ibuse. Sakuya works under him, and based on her suggestion, the 2 directors decided to meet for dinner today. I've seen the work you submitted to the Asian Film Convention. It was good work. I can see why Miss Ibuse gave you such high praise. Miss. But Ibuse is a man. Wasn't he? Not at all, thank you. I think I've seen most of your work too. How do I put it? It showed me you can make good work even under a limited budget. It was inspiring. You might just make me blush. Seeing the 2 of them speak quietly, Sakuya whispers to Itoha. Just look at them, sparks fly. Sparks all over the place. Really? It looks like they're just talking to me. And that's just on the surface. You can be sure there's sparks flying between the 2 of them. After all, this is a joint project between 3 directors. Neither of them can step down. Huh. I mean, I was confident I'd steal the show as the lead role, but when I met you, I realized I'm in for some tough competition. Really? Yep, but I'm not gonna lose. I'll win in the end. You'll see. I'll definitely beat you and shine as the main star. Bang. You really don't have to go out of your way to build up this sense of rivalry. I'm pretty sure you're just joking, though. You figured it out. I figured doing this will help you type us up. But since this is a joint project, we should all try to liven up the project. Right, Director? Rintaro? That's our intent, of course. Yeah, we'll definitely make sure it's a success. Yep, then let's have a toast for project success. Cheers! The 4 lift their glasses, clinking them together at the table center with a clear sound. Who the fuck is Riho, then? Was it another sister of theirs? Did she die? Is she the one who committed suicide at the beginning? Someone tell me! 2 hours later, having finished their friendly dinner, the group leaves the restaurant. What are you 2 doing after this, Sakuya? The director's gonna go around Shimane scouting out locations, so I figured I'd join in. Maybe I'll actually get caught up in a real incident like you did, Hitoha. I'm looking forward to it. No, I don't think stuff like that happens often. Sakuya, you better not cause Yamagishi any trouble with that attitude of yours, seriously. I know. I never caused him any trouble so far, right, Director? Well, you don't have to worry. I'll take good care of your sister. Yep, take good care of me. I swear. I leave her in your care, Yamagishi. Yes, let's both endeavor to do our best work we can and elevate the project to the next level. And you watch yourself, Hitoha. Wouldn't want Rintaro to make a pass at you. Huh? Don't say stupid stuff like that. Rintaro, Hitoha, I'll be seeing you. Sakuya waves at them and then gets into the taxi with Yamagishi. Their taxi drives off. That girl never changes, I swear. But she's an interesting person. She reminds me of you in some ways, but feels completely different in others. I think we're more different than we are alike. Really now? Well, that aside, you're staying at a hotel right now, right, Hitoha? I'll pay for your taxi, so head on back. Oh, don't. That's a waste. I still have time. I'll take the bus. Then I'll walk you to the bus stop. Thank you. Thank you. The two walk side by side, the light of the passing by cars illuminating them intermittently. Director, did you decide which location we should scout out next? I haven't decided yet. We need to submit the plot for the movie soon, so I'll need to focus on that for the time being. I see, but I'm looking forward to us scouting out the next spot together again. The last times were scary, but I had fun so far. Glad to hear you say that, really, I am. It feels like I keep getting caught up in these awful incidents. Hito smiles at Yagumo's words and then hops in place, turning to face him. She has a flower in her hand, it looks like. I know, Director, I'd like to ask you something. What is it? Could you burn a DVD with all the scenes from the location scouting so far? I'd like to send them home to my dad. Well, that's not a problem at all. I'll have them over as soon as it's done. Thank you very much. See, my dad, he's a bit a worrywart, so I want to show him I'm doing fine. I assume most parents will be worried at seeing their daughter enter a showbiz. I'll ask the editor to put in the scenes where you look at the most cheerful then. Really? That's a promise, okay? Yeah, I'll show you just how good my editor is. Right, a promise. Hitoha? Hitoha suddenly trails off and pitches forward, sinking into Yagumo's chest. Before Yagumo understands what's going on, she crumbles parsley down like a doll with her strings cut. Hey, Hitoha! Hey, stay with me! What the fuck? What's going on?